to put the metronome on 55, and I'll put, you can do it with eighth notes, or you can do it maybe eighth notes in the beginning and then quarter notes after that, after you get more comfortable with it. And we want to have just that backbeat happen by itself. That's the first thing that we want to have happen. And then add the other things into it and then start to move around it. And the key is for us to listen to this bouncing ball, the doom. Bounce, ball, bouncing ball. And it's falling in the same place. And let's go here. So I'm at 55 at eighth notes. Da, ga, ga. I'm going to play it as if it's at 110 in eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, and 2, 4, and 2, 3, and 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, and 2, and 4, and 2, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 4, 2, ah, ah, ah. What you hear there is the consistency of that backbeat and where it's landing. If I move away from it, obviously you're not always going to play 2 and 4 in every bar. If I move away from it, like I did there at the end, I come back to that exact same position. So it's almost like you heard it happening through the fill. You heard it happening through other things, and then when I come back to it, right in the same spot, there's like a release. It's like, yeah, that's where it's at. He never left us. You know, it's that kind of thing. So once you get in the pocket, that's where it's at, man. You just got to lay it in the same spot because you get everybody dialed in and up inside of it like that. And the band is playing with it, and everyone's dancing to it, and all the listeners are on it. So if you play a fill, and I don't care if it's the most wicked fill that ever been played on the drums, if you miss that placement of that backbeat in that position, in that bar after that fill, that's it. It's done. You blew it. The pocket's gone. The whole band's going to feel it. Everybody's going to feel it. So that's why sometimes it's a little dangerous to leave those things. And one of the things I would always say is, leave the groove, they leave the floor. Because if you go off and you don't come back spot on, you're in trouble. And I'm not saying don't play a lot. I'm not saying don't play complicated. I love playing the instrument and doing that, but you just got to be on when you're doing it. If you want to continue on in a difficult way, take the eighth notes off at 55, and you're just going to hear the quarter notes, right? You can make that the backbeat. So instead of counting it off 1 and 2 and 3, I'll count it and let the click be the backbeat. So 2 and 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm playing at 110, right? But the click is playing my backbeats for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. So now you have an opportunity to really practice the placement, the spacing of that note. So I'm at 110, I put it at 55 and make the click 2 and 4. And then it's giving you just that bouncing ball backbeat for you to work with. That's a little trick on how to practice that. So I'm going to go ahead and perform around with this a little bit and show you how I begin to add things into the groove. And I'll play the beat around it, and then I'll add some toms into it. And then one of the things I like to do is just keep the backbeat through everything, even if I have to move it to another hand during a fill or whatever, but trying to get that spacing spot on so that I'm just thinking about it through the fills, through everything that I'm doing, different feels, different whatever, and just concentrating on the bouncing ball effect inside of our pulse. Okay, so here's a performance of creating that bouncing ball effect and working around it. Here we go. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3.